Don't you bother me. I'm just standing around. Kitty, kitty, mammy. Kitty, kitty, mammy. The cat. Yes, I am sure I'm a cat. That's right, I'm a cat. I'm 12 feet tall. I'm 9 feet tall. Hi, pretty girl. I gotta remember you're right there, so I don't step on you. Well, they're not that hot. You eat them? Here, you eat it. You want milk or something? All right. Burp, burp. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilk empath. I just like having these little talks on the way I feel about things. There, that's better. Life is always better with the soundtrack. Ever since I got my first Walkman when I was like what, 10?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So 1984. And then I had radios. I'd listen to the radios, stereo, stuff like that. And then back in 2016 I went back to started out with the earbuds with the thing around my neck. And then I've had my own progression of earphone headsets throughout the years.
They were good ones.
Some are better than others. I don't know. I just like it. I like as long as it sounds good.
Yeah.
You know. Heck, shoot. You know, sometimes they don't even gotta like sound good. How are those? Good.
These are
I
good.
freaking.
Why?
It's been different. It's a different. Every season is a shift, and this fall is different from last fall because we're in a different place than we were this time last year, September, and so it's everything's unfamiliar. I've never experienced what we're experiencing where we're at right now, and then come October, October, we moved in here last year, and then okay, this is familiar. Been through this before, but now it's I don't know. Everything feels all weird. But I'm in a good mood. I mean, I'm trying to do things different. I'm trying to show up in life without having any anger in my body, and it's hard for me because the way my body shows up. And I think people can relate to this. I think a lot of people experience what I go through. I don't think they know how to articulate it. Or I don't think they care. Or I think they know that other people don't care, so why bother even explaining yourself? Just stuff that shit. I mean, how many people on this planet just no, that's how you get cancer and freaking that's how you get sick. You gotta get that stuff out. You gotta get these thoughts out of your head. I wrenched my back the other day, 2 days ago, and I'm still coming on the other side of it. So I'm trying to work that out. But yesterday was a hard day. I got chewed out, dude. I am forever getting fucking ridiculed for just defending myself, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'll fucking the way that people think they can talk to me is amazing. And then it always comes back to whenever stop. Enough. Finish your fish sticks, please, Mom, so he stops doing this. Mom's sleeping later, so it's sending meals. It's throwing her whole meal schedule off, so it's 7 o'clock and she's having her late meal because she's not getting breakfast that she usually used to eat at 8, 9 o'clock because she's sleeping till 10:30. So we're making up for the meal later in the evening. Yesterday I forgot. Yesterday was hard, man. I don't like when people tell me what a piece of shit like what a piece of shit I am. I don't like when people ridicule. When I'm like flipping people off and yelling at people and freaking throwing or whatever, it's because somebody is doing something that is unsafe where somebody can cause harm. That they're only thinking about themselves. They're being fucktards. I'm not doing it for any other reason. And there's a whole lot of people that are sinners of the universe, and they cause accidents every day because they don't even have practical skills. They're having a symposium here in Taos at the library or someplace like that coming up soon about the EV. I'm half compelled to go down there and explain to them my experience on all the reasons why they're not a good idea. Especially in a cold weather climate in high altitudes like New Mexico. Electric vehicles, they're cute. They're cute. They're cute in a Disneyland kind of way. They're cute. They're not sustainable. Everybody's all, I care about the earth. Then don't put the freaking lithium batteries that they need to sustain those vehicles. Dude, that's the thing. They say they dispose them properly, and then they all find them in a field someplace. They don't care. And plus, people are so freaking poor, like the locals that live in New Mexico, not the people that have like one of 8 houses all over the world, and one is in Taos, New Mexico, so they can visit the ski valley. It's fucking retarded. While the locals are just like, they don't got no money. There's people are so poor here, old people. You know, it's the end of Anyway, stop acting like people care about shit. Let's just be how people are. Just stop. I wish the whole world would stop acting like they care, because they really don't. Just, keep living how what you're serving, but just do it out loud so people can know what they're dealing with. All this deception that's in the world, stuff like that. It's pretty gnarly. Anyway, it turned out okay yesterday. I mean, it was fine. It was more of an exercise for me because I didn't lose my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I had somebody like telling me that I'm a piece of shit, and it's somebody that I help. And he was telling me this, why I was helping him. What happened was I went to Tractor Supply. I speak loud. I talk loud. I'm autistic. We always have fans on. I learned when I had to do the speech therapy when I was a little girl in the early 80s on the little blue bus. Little short little round lady'd come and A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U, A-E-I-O-U. I'd have to do my flashcards and all that stuff. I had to learn. So I speak loud from my gut because that's what she taught me. I project. And some guy yesterday said that I was yelling at him. I said, I'm not yelling at you. And he was walking away. And he's like, you're yelling at... And I just like... It's shit like that. I said, I'm autistic. I'm projecting. I'm stuck. And he's like, people like that come from out of town. I said, I assure you, I do not want to be in Taos, New Mexico. And evidently he was somebody's best friend, and I'm like, dude, don't do that shit with me. Don't do the don't you know who I am with me, because I don't fucking care. If you're being a fucking douche to me, and he said, oh, people like that, they come here and they're sick. And I was like, how dare you get to set up the fucking narrative because you look sicker than me. Manuel. You know? I respect people that do respectable things. And then so I got yelled at for how I got by the guy that I was giving a ride because they were friends. And I'm like, why didn't you just introduce us? Why are you yelling at me? He had that part in it too. You're too busy looking for gossip. You know, that's why I am the first person to step up and defend myself, because nobody else on this motherfucking planet will. I'm trying to let things go. I'm trying to learn how to just let stuff go, right? I let it go. I just said, all right, machismo. Because dudes around here know they don't respect women. Men and women don't respect men for that matter. So it's a circle jerk of disrespect. Maybe they do. Maybe they're like me and nah. Respect ain't real high in the ranks in freaking New Mexico. Respect, like people that do respectable things. I mean, people are more excited about the color of the chilies that they're eating. I mean, drug use, the blues, people are smoking blues all over the place. And then they sleep it off during the day because they're vampires. They can't go out during the day. They can only go out during the night. So why don't you tourists make sure when you come to Taos, look in the bushes at the zombies, because they're here. They're all over. You done? No, you can finish this. Finish that. Eat that. So Mom and I were watching Men in Black. I was scrolling through the Roku, and I didn't even know that there was a third Men in Black that they made. I must have been off planet at that period in time. We were still in Oregon at that point, but I still don't. Not on my radar. I like them because I always felt like, you know, that's how it is. See, it's not so outworldly than it is other dimensionally. And once that people get themselves in a frequency, and you and your eyes and your mind cooperate on what you're willing to see and that what you're okay with, then you will be open to realms of things in your consciousness that you never thought possible. So to me, like, there's a place for, there's a universe. Yeah, it's real. You know, that there's already, dude, why do people think that we're on a planet that just kind of goes through Earth, yet we're the only light? I think people from different parts of the planet come from different parts of the galaxy. We just all ended up here so we could all learn our conscious, collective conscious, you know. And well, are they gonna make it? Are they going to make it heaven on earth yet, folks? Are they going to do it? Nope. There goes another civilization crumbling. And then it's like a reset, like an erector set, or not erector set, one of those etch-a-sketches that, okay, do over, and then we could make something beautiful out of it. And fucking humans ruin everything, and then it goes, whoop, back down to 0.0. Let's try it again. And we're coming up on one of those times. Meanwhile, I got a piece of rug yesterday that I cut down and I made 3 carpets out of it. So that's reduced my stress of worrying about Tucker slipping around in the kitchen. I still want to get another piece, remnant or something, that I can put in the hallway. But all the dogs like it, and cats. I mean, Stan Lee's laying on it right now, huh? Did you get enough to eat? Get back, Artie. Power went out for about an hour. I had to drag the generator out. Wow. So then I'll leave it. I'm just going to leave it in the kitchen.
Keep it inside.
I'll just leave it in the kitchen because it's just how it is, man. At least we have less, at least they're pretty responsive to, it was only out for an hour, a little over an hour. Last time it was under an hour. You want a cupcake, Ma?
Oh, yeah.
Good girl, Luna. Look, they all got their own island, their own rug.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, here you go, Mom. You want one with frosting or without? With? Okay. There you go. We'll wash hands when you're done. She don't get sweet stuff very often. I have to make my cookies. I'm gonna make cookies tomorrow morning. I don't know. Get down, Artie. I wonder how roasted coconut and Reese's peanut butter would taste. Benny, stop. I don't know. Sometimes I try stuff and it doesn't taste good. But these are a bunch that I'm giving away. So, I mean, I'm going to give a bunch of people some out of this batch is what I meant to say. It's like an allspice cupcake. Alright, so I got to show up yesterday in a non-hostile way. So it was good practice. I don't necessarily want practice. I don't need that kind of practice. You know what? People are just getting... Cell phones made it real easy for people just to talk shit. There's a lot of people that won't talk shit back. Big cities is getting dangerous. Anyway, I was talking about frequency and seeing. I knew I never had like. I could feel the presence of things. You know it? When I was little. I wouldn't see like Drop Dead Fred. I didn't have like an imaginary being where I saw, you know. That doesn't mean other people stop. That doesn't mean that you want some milk that other people don't. Right? Cuz their frequency, their personal constitution is congruent with whatever they're engaging with. Hot talk. Just told that that's woo-woo or whatever, and I'm like, dude, everything's woo-woo. Everything's energy. You see just like you hear like in tunes, right? I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes tomorrow, Ma. Good boy, Tuck. Go lay down. Good boy, Stanley. Good dog. So a lot of things people have said aren't true or coming out to be true. All kinds of things. See, secrets. I never liked secrets. Where you going, Tuck? I never liked secrets because secrets, it always like benefited like the people that kept them and not everybody else. And that's not fair to me. Tucker, where are you going? Come back this way. Lay down. Lay down. We'll go walk around when I'm done. Go on. Artie, off. Go on. Go on. Go lay down. It's... Go on. Come on. Good girl. I always hated that. They're like, oh, keep, you know, people will be like, keep a secret, keep a secret. You want me to keep a secret because you don't want people to know who you really are. You know? It don't benefit. And now I look around at all the secrets that are coming out. Because why my mom's been saying my whole life, truth always comes out. I would rather tell my version of stupid shit that I do in my life than other people finding out and then putting out their version. So that's why I have full disclosure on my channel. I talk about every dump. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think in the last 2.2 thousand videos I've done in the last 7 years at some point in there, in some of those videos, I've said everything. I probably put my whole fifth step out here to let people know. Because, see, you know why? Because that way, I put it out there. This is how I've acted before. That's like accountability for me, because I don't want to act like that again. And other people, I don't get embarrassed. Other people get embarrassed about me. They always have. That's why I don't have a lot of friends, because they're, oh dear, what's Marge gonna do? Oh dear, what's she gonna do? My brother don't talk to me, because oh dear, what's she gonna do? Well, I assure you, it's nothing as bad as that you've ever done to me. I will never slam your head into the ground like you did to me, brother. I won't. I won't hit you in the eye like you did to Mom. So there's nothing that I could do that could cause as much harm as you breaking the trust of someone that should have been a protector. And that's how I know. I go out in the world and I'm like, oh, that's so nice. She's the protector. I got in the dynamic of every situation I see with the human interactions on this planet, I could tell who the protectors are. I could tell who the predators are. I could tell who the helpers are. I could tell who the hinderers are. There's a lot of really selfish people in the world. I try not to go out much. I haven't been going out. My body hurts. I'm trying to. I got to figure out, because I'm coming in on my Chiron return, and my body's changing, and things hurt different than they did last winter. And so I'm trying to be practical in it. Like, I wore socks all day. I had to throw them away. Oh, man. I go through socks. I'm a sock killer. I don't even know. Like, these socks, they're those turbo ones. Those, what are they called? I didn't even have them a year. I didn't even wear them like a whole winter. Bombas. I love this sock. I had to throw it away because I already freaking busted through the freaking. Makes, you know, I'm not like I don't run races and stuff like, I just walk around. I just have, yeah, go lay down, you goofy bastard. Go on. Go lay down. Good boy. So that was cool because and then today I went into town and I did not even get upset, not one time. I was just like, man, people are just so dumb. They are just not smart, Ma. They just like... It's bizarre. I did get to see my buddy Augustine. I got to give him some chicken broth and I got to give him some those gloves. I got him at those gloves at the end of last winter. Like it was starting to warm up, so he didn't need them. And I gave him a quick rundown about how he can plug them in and charge, how to do all that. And he said he'll figure it out. I said, don't lose them. Because he's always losing his gloves. But these have batteries like in the cuff, so he's still real sick. I mean, he's coming on the other side. I guess they did a culture and stuff. Benny, you know how to get into it, Benno. You're a good boy, Benno. Good boy, Benny. But you got to be careful. People got to be careful about where they get their weed from, because if it's not stored proper and done proper, it gets moldy. And then people smoke that, and then you get a freaking dude. He can get deathly sick. So yeah. Anyway, it's kind of a bad deal. It totally is a bad deal. So I'm not a big reader, but I got these books I was given these books this morning. The Medicine Wheel, Earth Astrology, Sun, Bear, and Wauburn, with the new introduction by co-author Marlise Wauburn Wind. Where are they from? I don't know. I just got them. I'm not a big reader because I believe in osmosis. So, everything I need to learn, I'll just kind of hang out and flip through the page. And then I got this one by Suzanne White, Plain and Simple, Chinese Astrology. Over 2 million copies sold. A new edition of this classic introduction to the Chinese astrologer. I'm Year of the Tiger. You know what year you are, Ma? I know what year you are. Do you know what, Well, since it's stuff, and then they have combinations and compatibilities and stuff of different, yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm trying to mellow out in my old age. I have to. My body won't be able to handle it. Toxicity, anger, that's what wears you down. That's what causes people to get like inflammation and stuff like that. But aside from the, not people not using their joints and moving their body, that's why people lose their mobility, is because they don't move their body. You got to stay moving. I move a lot. Ma, you move. You should move more, huh? But still, Ma knows. Like she didn't today, but like I wonder what moon it was for her that was like, oh, because if I'm late, she'll come back and I know when she's antsy, and then that's when I'm like, okay, let's go for a walk. You got extra juice. Let's use it wisely. And so we got a route that goes up the hall and through the bathroom, like where she can do a circle and then come back and then go to the other bathroom, and we do a few laps, and then she feels better about stuff. So, it's all about keeping people, life should just be about keeping people comfortable. Just let people do what they want, like I think about like all the things I could, if just given the opportunity. In the town where I live, they have days where you can go out and like touch a truck, like look at the local, touch an excavator. They're trying to get people motivated, I guess, at a younger age, like look at this, Now, if kids have an aptitude, see, I had a lot of freedom. I was exposed to a lot of stuff because I was so curious, I wanted to go, right? And like going to work with my dad was on one of those concrete trucks that spun around, because you learn a lot about life too. It's more than just pouring concrete. Like the first job we did was in Atascadero, and it was funny because like my dad was on the interstate and my grandma caught up to him, and then we pulled off to the side of the road, and then I got in the truck with him because I wanted to go remember how it was important that I wanted to get to know him because I never knew him. He didn't want to know me. He said I was selfish for wanting to get to know him. I got yelled at one time in the middle of Denny's for saying, because I didn't know what to call him, and you said, well, I didn't know what to call him, Dad. Everything felt weird, so, cause and so you said address it, and I addressed it, and I got yelled at. I get yelled at a lot. People like to yell at me. I tell people, that's why I'm like, oh, you people with boundaries, that's so cute. Maybe that's why I don't have any friends, because either people disrespect my boundaries or I disrespect theirs, because I think it's funny that, like, I don't know, friendship has always been very hard for me. Like how people interact, you know? They just, and they don't tell me. They don't tell me. I just get silence. I just get silence, and I just get to wonder. So that's why I guess I'm so direct and forthright, so people never have to wonder. Oh, that was a weird thing that I did. Not a weird thing, but something that's long overdue. Pornography has ruined relationships. Pornography. It's and there's so much of that on there that I had to. I mean, I used to watch Pornhub. I was curious. I'm an IT person too. So I'm big on the human computer interface, like categories and what people are like. That's a vast hub of psychology right there, to see what people are into and stuff like that, right? I'm pretty prudish. I'm not. I guess if you've seen movie with bestiality, it's no, I'm very old fashioned. I'm very prudish. Most of that shit I ain't into. And I can totally see how it ruins relationships, because you have so many people that see that, and a lot of it is not consensual. A lot of that stuff I saw, like, I've seen so many backgrounds on the same balcony, and then only to until like in the last couple months I found out that a balcony was on Epstein Island. And then Pornhub has a loophole that if you don't show the face, then it doesn't matter how old they are. So you got girls that are under 18 in places all over the country world. And then I noticed that these people, they people like fucking in the same hotels. They like you have the people with the selfie, on, the Grand Canyon, and all these like Instagram timeline where all these same people go to take the same picture, Mount Pichu or whatever, places in Hawaii, whatever people are into, they're all go to the same place. Well, hey, chill. In porn, ain't no different. They like, like fucking in the best hotels and the best views. I dated a girl one time, like, I don't know, she said one of her something she wanted to do was get it from behind against the window where the interstate was in Omaha at the CenturyLink hotel. I was like, I'm not big into I think shit's sacred. I think if you love a person and you want to be intimate with them, then I think the better you want to do it with just them, the longer the better, for like years, monogamy is a good thing. I found that chasing sensations and being in promiscuity and all that stuff, it just has a lot of dirty consequences that you got to carry. And then, like, explain later to the person that you maybe feel might want to be faithful to. You get to explain what a trash bag you used to be. That has kept me on the straight and narrow, because I don't even know if I'll meet the girl of my dreams in this lifetime. Stop. I don't even know if it'll be a this lifetime thing. I assure that I will. If it is, I will act accordingly. You know, I'll get to tell of all. I showed up. This is how I showed up in the relationships in my part of it. Never cheated on anybody. I've been cheated on. Very loyal, and people don't even know what loyalty is. Everything is about change, and that's another way that porn like ruin people because they see that, and it's like, dude, that's not sex, that's not intimacy, that is fucking and chucking. That is like that's not it's just so sad. So I had these 5 DVDs I got from this guy when I was in the Air Force. He started hooking up in the shop. They got, or I guess she got pregnant, and so he brings in his big old box of porn DVDs, his collection. It was a lot. And I went through it and I grabbed some, and one of them was Jenna Jameson. The video was called Pure, and it was before she got all that plastic surgery. See, I've tracked Jenna Jameson my whole, like, since I was 18, 19. As long as I've known her to do porn, because we're born on the same day, same latitude, like very close to each other. She was born in Las Vegas. I was born in San Bernardino. So we're very close in frequency. She is my art, like the day of the ninth, the imprint, when self will run riot. I am when you go with God and go on the path and follow your heart, ego, spirit, balance, imbalance. I've been in balance too, and I've tracked her, like, especially in October, like around Halloween and stuff, when the ooga boogas come out and the spirits start jumping and people start wanting to receive spirits and do all those things. Oh, I never would have done it if I was drunk. Well, then why do you drink? Oh, because I'm an adult. I can do what I want. I'm grown. But you do terrible things when you drink. Oh, I better hang out with different people. And then they find out too. And then it's, the fall is so weird, man. I have a hard time because I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed. The sun goes down, I want to go to bed. But I get up at, oh, the thing came up. Mercury's going to be visible in the morning. Best morning to see, 41 minutes ago. Look for Mercury in the eastern sky shortly before sunrise tomorrow morning. So Venus is getting up high, so now Mercury's going to be popping up. So that's cool. There was a tornado in Hastings. Oh, it says, whatever you do now will have a positive impact in the future. A great time to make decisions and start something new. You have the energy and confidence to get this something. I didn't see all that. That's cool. There was a earthquake in New Zealand this morning too. There's just, world is changing, man. Everything's rumbling. People are changing. More people are gonna change. Like, we're gonna see the mirror effect. It's a trip, man. I've seen it my whole life. But not like this, just because all these weird different cycles are all coming up at the same time, It's a trip. We're in it together, though, huh, Ma? Yeah? You good today, Ma? You happy? Good day. Except for the power go. Mom don't care, because I just had to drag out the generator, plug. Now I have everything. I just keep the extension cords plugged in, and when the power goes out, I just start the generator and drag the extension cords over to the generator, plug it in, turn the DVD and the TV back on, and we watch Longmire or whatever DVD player, whatever DVD. This is the second time this week I think the power's gone out. And then I just kind of hang out and wait for it. And I'll turn on the lamp. I'll turn on something to let me know that it's back on. Cause all if the fans I can't hear or whatever. But we're survivors, huh, Ma? Yep, yep. I can just read books to Ma and just keep on, huh? Yeah.